You may be watching this back on a recorded basis. We are having some technical difficulties with our live broadcast, but we're going to go ahead and call the game. And then, obviously, if you're seeing it later on tonight, it's because we could not get on the air. But some technical difficulties once again. Anthony May not with us tonight. We're running into some difficulties. We may change our whole complete system and go to Sling Studios here in a little bit. But until we do that, Hayden Schultz, welcome aboard. And it's a big ball game between Newport and Melbourne.
Absolutely, David. And, Coach Reardon, talking to him Monday, not really having to tell the kids how big of a game it was. Kind of knew that going in. Probably going to be the deciding factor of who's going to be number one, who's going to be number two in this conference if everything goes as planned. Should be a big, big football game. Last year coming down here to Melbourne, and they gave us everything we wanted, scoring a late touchdown, kicking an extra point to win that game 21-20, I believe, David. It was a phenomenal game, and I don't expect anything different from this year.
We're about a minute away from the start of the contest. We're at the center of the field, and we'll find out who won the toss and what's going to happen here. Melbourne won the toss and elected to defer, so the Hounds will come on offense first. We're just going to do the very best that we can. And I'll ask Ben again. Ben, do you want to try a sling? And we can't even do it with a cell phone because our cell phone doesn't have enough connection here.
We'll get it fixed.
So, Hayden, even if we don't get on for live, we're going to have a pre-recorded broadcast and just a big football game. I mean, Melbourne comes in here 3-0 in the conference, as do the Newport Greyhounds. And one of the things that you look at is these guys are 7-0 from Melbourne. They've never been there before. They're coached by Coach Stu Smith, and he is just a tremendous motivator, a great football coach. He's got this program where they want it to be. And let me assure you, it's a quality football team we're going to see tonight. We always talked about our non-conference schedule. These guys had a tough one also. They went on the road and beat Lone Oak. They went on the road and beat Hoxie. Also beat Cave City and Ball Knob in their 4 non-conference games. So this is a quality football team that we're seeing.
Absolutely, David. And the team likes to throw the football. I was kind of a little shocked watching a little bit of their film on how often they do throw the football. Over 70% of the time they like to throw the rock. And when you see their quarterback, you understand why. I mean, Wren, 3 in red tonight for the Bearcats is something special. He's one of the best in the conference, if not in the whole state in classification to 3A. So Hound defense got their hands full, but as you see the Hounds getting up there, we're going to have a First Community Bank kickoff. And it looks like Kendall and Kripe back deep for the Hounds. And you got to expect anything right here. You never know. Melbourne might come out with an onside kick. You got to be prepared for that.
About 25 kids strong for the Melbourne Bearcats. And let me tell you what, this should be a great battle.
Absolutely, David.
We're just going to work with the best we possibly can and hope we have something to show at the end of the night.
And a
short kick.
Pooch kick. It looks like Davis is going to field it around the 42-yard line. Big lick there, but the Hounds will have great field position. Great job by Davis to field that cleanly and take the lick. And now the Hound offense comes out on the field.
Ben Black is steadily working to try to get us on live stream. We hope we can do that. And then what we're doing here will be obsolete, but we'll still have it on broadcast. Hounds with the first offensive possession from their own 41.
First and 10 here for the Hounds. Marshall and Young in the backfield. Here's the snap. First play is to Young. Young met at the line of scrimmage and being wrapped up, and it's now going to be a loss after Young with a little extra effort. Melbourne rallies to bring him down. Back him up to around the 39-yard line.
Well, the one thing that Coach Stu Smith wanted to do was stop the run. He said, we've got to stop the run to have an opportunity to win this football game. And, boy, did they stop it there. A loss of 3 on the play. So it'll be second down and about 13 to go.
You know, and Melbourne playing a lot of guys on both ends. You know, the quarterback playing the safety position, something that you see time to time in 3A. And
8 in the box.
Here's the snap. Marshall looks to throw. He's got Crite open in the flat. As Crite's got a little first down, a little bit more, and that's our Greenway Equipment Company first down for Kylan Crite. As he gets over midfield, he'll be marked around the 47-yard line.
Hound said that if Melbourne comes out with 8 in the box, they're going to throw the football, and they did just that right there. So it'll be a chess match going back and forth. Does Melbourne, after 3 or 4 plays, get out of the 8-man front? Will Newport continue to throw the football if they don't?
Chess match is a great call for what this is about to be, David.
10:45 to play here in the first quarter. I hear it too.
On 1st and 10, the give is to Young up the middle, and Young breaking a few tackles. Young stays on his feet, gets near midfield, near the first down marker, but we do have a flag.
One of the things we talked about coming into the game is just that you hope the penalties that are called are those ones that are real obvious, and that the officials hopefully will stay out of a ball game. This is, have conference championship implications here. Still trying to go back to our live broadcast.
It looks like in the area of a face mask, and that is the call. And it looks like it was just a legal hands to the face, David, a 5-yard penalty as opposed to the actual face mask penalty. So the Hounds moving the ball well here on the first drive.
First down and 10 from down near the 32-yard line for the Hounds.
As here's the snap. Marshall looks to throw. He's got Kendall out on an out route. It's Kendall with a stiff arm as he's inside the 20. And that'll be enough for another Greenway Equipment Company first down. And as David said earlier, Melbourne's got to honor the run. When you see a guy like C.J. Young over 1,200 yards in 7 games of play, you can't let that guy beat you. You're going to make somebody else do it. And who else than the senior quarterback, D.J. Marshall, phenomenal in the last game against Atkins, can sling the rock. Malik Robinson and Spearman in motion, and here's the snap, and a great play call on the quarterback keeper with Marshall as he's inside the 15-yard line. Love the play call there, David. Get heavy set and then coming underneath it. Marshall's one missed tackle away from taking that to the casa.
Hounds get at least 4, possibly 5 on the play inside the 15-yard line. We apologize to all of our fans if
on second down, here's the snap. Marshall looks to throw the double move and goes to Kendall in the back of the end zone and comes up incomplete. Now third down and a long 6 here for the Hound offense.
just nothing. And you don't think sling would work. We're still trying to work through these technical difficulties. But big play, 3rd down and 6 right here.
Absolutely. As here's the snap, win and out, give it to 3 as Young is going to get tackled around the 5-yard line. It's going to be plenty for the first down. Now the Hands will have 4 downs to go for it from their own 5.
It's a great play call, and it's just Chris Young doing what he does best and hitting the hole, following the blocks. 9:25 to play here in the first quarter, and the Hounds with an opportunity here. And so often this year, Coach Brian Reardon has talked about offensively is for these guys to take advantage of every opportunity that you get, and this is one of those opportunities that you have to take advantage of here.
1st and goal from the 5. Here's the snap. Give is to Young. As Young's going to be brought down shy. Looks like he's going to get to maybe the 4, maybe the 3, depending on the spot.
It'll be tough going inside right here. We got the big guys from Melbourne. Just they're going to be bearing down and shooting inside gaps, and they're big up front, physical football team. 8:54 clock moving here. Second down and goal from the 4. Only a pickup of 1 there.
I think from the Hounds that you've seen this year is offensively we put some really, really good drives together like we're doing right now, David. It's finishing those drives and keeping it consistent. Hounds have been almost their worst enemy at times, as Young refusing to go down and then ball on the ground, and he fell back on the football. It's got to be Newport's ball. Melbourne signaling it the other way, but I saw him jump on the football. They're going to signal it Melbourne football.
Well, we talked about it. We just got through talking about it. You've got to be able to take advantage of those opportunities that you have. You get it down at the 4-yard line and you give it up. And we think we may be live, and if we are, we welcome you. Live or not live, Ben? So with 8:26 to play here in the first quarter, Melbourne gets the turnover inside their own 5-yard line at the 4. Hounds had a great opportunity, couldn't capitalize.
And you know, we talked about this earlier. Melbourne like to throw the football. Are they going to throw it that deep in their own territory?
They like to sling it.
On 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Here's the snap and the dive play. Now bouncing outside. Kylan Kreitz all over it with a big lick. As it looks like no gain on the play.